My sister's wedding was the kind of day people write speeches about. Warm lights, fake laughter, and 1,000 smiles that didn't reach the eyes. I stood beside my wife, Claire, glass in hand, pretending to enjoy the toasts. Then she leaned in, voice barely above the music. "We have to leave. Now." Her tone was steady, not anxious, controlled. The kind of control you use when you've already seen the knife before it's drawn. I looked at her, confused. Why? She didn't look at me when she answered. "I'll explain in the car." We left without goodbyes. The drive home was silent, except for the soft hum of tires against the road. I kept glancing at her profile. Calm, unreadable. When we pulled into the driveway, I finally said, "Claire, what the hell happened?" She turned to me, eyes colder than I'd ever seen them. "You really didn't notice?" 3 months earlier, I thought my life was balanced. My sister, Ava, was planning her wedding, and Claire and I were helping. Florists, budgets, rehearsal dinners. I was proud of her, both of them actually. Claire had become the sister Ava never had, a constant presence. They texted daily, laughed like conspirators. I used to find it sweet. How stupid that seems now. Ava and I had always been close. After our parents died, I paid for her college, her apartment, everything. She was my only family, and I her safety net. That bond was iron, or so I thought. The first shift was subtle. Claire started coming home later. Just errands, just helping Ava with fittings. Always just. I didn't question it. Trust is easy when you're blind. Then one night, her phone lit up beside me while she was showering. A message from Ava. "Don't forget what we talked about tonight. He can't find out yet." I remember staring at the screen, my chest tightening. Not jealousy, confusion. What could they be hiding from me? I didn't confront her, not yet. Emotion makes noise. Strategy requires silence. Over the next weeks, I collected details like a detective at his own crime scene. Receipts in her purse, hotel lounges, expensive wine. An email from Ava's fiancé, Mark, confirming the switch. The whisper of guilt in Claire's tone when she said my name. By the time the truth formed, it felt surgical. Ava and Claire weren't just planning a wedding, they were planning an exit. My wife was leaving me for my sister's soon-to-be husband. But Ava didn't know I knew, neither did Claire, and I wasn't about to give them the satisfaction of a scene. No, I'd give them something else, time to hang themselves. I started small, transferred assets one by one out of the joint account, quietly updated my lawyer, my company shares, our home, everything that looked like ours was suddenly just mine. Then came the bait. I offered to handle the wedding payments, venue, photography, catering. Ava was thrilled. I told her I'd send the funds directly. What I actually sent were invoices tied to an account in her name. Fraudulent transfers. Signed, timed, recorded. When the bank flagged them, it would look like she'd been siphoning money from my business. Embezzlement. Motive? Easy. She'd been struggling financially. Who would suspect me, the devoted brother footing her wedding bill? All I had to do was wait. The night before the wedding, I watched Claire sleep beside me. Peaceful. Or pretending to be. Her phone buzzed at 2:17 a.m. A message from Ava. Tomorrow, everything changes. She was right about that. At the reception, I played my part. The supportive brother, the loving husband. Toasts, laughter, pictures. Mark looked nervous. Ava glowed. Claire avoided my eyes. Then, mid-dance, Claire's expression shifted. Her gaze darted toward the entrance. 2 uniformed officers stood there, speaking to the venue manager. That's when she whispered, "We have to leave. Now." In the car, when she said, "You really didn't notice?" I almost laughed, because she thought I was the one being fooled. The next morning, the police arrived at Ava's house. Fraud investigation, financial misconduct. Her accounts frozen, Her wedding funds under review. Mark bailed on her within days, claimed he had no idea. Claire moved out that same week, leaving a note that began with, "I didn't mean for this to happen." She did. They both did. But I'd already meant for this to happen. Ava tried to call me once. I let it ring. Later, I read the headline online. Local bride under investigation for wedding fund fraud. Her mugshot looked exactly like I remembered. Teary, desperate, small. As for Claire, she eventually reached out too, wanted to talk, to make sense of it all. I replied with one sentence. "You really didn't notice?" That was months ago. The house is quiet now, but not empty. It's clean, balanced. Every betrayal leaves a mark. Mine just taught me how to carve one back. I used to think revenge was fire. It's not. It's ice. Precise. Slow. Beautiful in the stillness.